Moving to South Florida? Naturally, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or Boca Raton is probably the first place you look. That's where most people start. But then you go through the process, you start looking at pricing, traffic, and you start imagining your daily routine. And at some point you pause and think maybe there's another option. That's usually where a city like Plantation enters the picture. And the reason it comes up is because it offers something very different from what people initially expect in South Florida. Plantation is not trying to compete with Miami's energy. It doesn't feel like a high-rise city. It doesn't feel crowded. It doesn't revolve around nightlife or constant movement. It feels more grounded. When you drive through Plantation, one of the first things you notice is space. The roads feel wider, the homes are more spread out, and there's a lot more greenery than people expect. You don't feel boxed in. You don't feel like everything is stacked on top of each other. And that alone changes how people experience their day-to-day life. There's also a sense of consistency here. The neighborhoods are established, the layouts are predictable, and there's a level of stability that buyers find very appealing. It's not constantly changing, and for many people, that's actually a positive. From a lifestyle standpoint, Plantation works well for people who want access without immersion. You can get to Fort Lauderdale fairly quickly. You can still go to Miami when you want to. You're close to major highways, which makes commuting more manageable. But when you come home, the environment shifts. It's quieter, calmer, and it feels more residential. Shopping and convenience are also a big part of living here. You're close to Sawgrass Mills, which is one of the largest shopping destinations in the whole country, along with a variety of local centers that make daily life easier. You're not driving far for essentials. For families, Plantation tends to check a lot of boxes. The structure of the neighborhoods, the access to schools, and the overall environment creates a sense of comfort that's hard to replicate in more urban areas. There's less unpredictability, but it's also important to understand what Plantation is not. It's not walkable in the same way downtown Fort Lauderdale is. It's not built around nightlife or entertainment. So if your priority is being able to step outside and be in the middle of everything, this may not align. But if your priority is space, comfort, and a more balanced pace of life, Plantation becomes very attractive. And what often happens is people don't plan to choose Plantation at first. They discover it during the process. And once they understand what it offers, it starts to make a lot more sense.